My second comment is on Europe. Yes, surely. I mean, I agree, we need, solid, predictable partners. I mean, these are happy marriages when they happen. But I would urge you, to don't have such a mind block about hedging, because you will never get a partner who thinks identically. I mean, this is a political advice, not a personal one. So look, what will happen with Europe? I mean, Europe is today discovering even the United States, with whom it has an alliance, has very different thinking on many issues. So Europe has to find common ground rather than say, I will only work with those who think like me. You'll have to start working with people who think 50%, 60%, 40% like you, because you're unlikely to find someone who will agree 80, 90, 100% with you. So I do think this mentality of hedging and sort of settling for a practical ability to work with another country or another power center is a thinking which has to grow really in Europe. And my last comment, if you'll allow me, just 2 minutes more. I think there are realities. Right. Sometimes, as I said, if you've grown up in an alliance culture, even a public difference looks much bigger if you're not used to differences and you're not used to it being aired very, very visibly and articulately. I'm not sure I would worry whether this would happen or that would happen. You take it as you get it, and you make the best of it. I mean, that's really what my business is all about. So we do see today that Europe has a distinct position on many issues. Those are not necessarily the positions shared today in the United States. So that's a reality. Now, as a country which is, we are objective about it. We value our relations with US as we do with the EU. We will deal with each one on terms which are best for both of us.
Could you think of specific areas, though, where that divergence would pose a problem for India in a real practical sense?
Not off the top of my head, because many of the arguments between Europe and US pertain to their own relationship. So if there is a debate about, let us say, defense budgets, sure. Why would I wade into that?
Sure. But you're saying if there is an area where it would then affect their foreign policy perhaps, or affect the way they see your part of the world, then that could be something where you'd have to respond. And what you've heard in the last 2 days here, do you think the Europeans are realistic enough about China, or still a bit naive in certain areas?
Well, look, I would honestly would have said no, but I would caveat that answer. I think when I've been coming to Europe, I've come to Europe many years ago, sure. But pretty much continuously now for about 15 years. Okay, Europe 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, was in a very different place. So I would point to a certain evolution in Europe's position and stance. But I would also make the point it's a very differentiated picture. Not all of Europe is obviously moving on the same speed and on the same wavelength. So there are some which have a different view, some who are more hard-headed. I would make that distinction.
Vis-a-vis China now?
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like sort of where we were with Russia 15 years ago as well. Europe.
Okay, you said it. I don't disagree.
Okay, very good.
And I think there's been a big change where Europe is concerned in these 3 years. In a way, it answers the last question. And here's my point, which is, look, a large part of being on your own, or being part of a multipolar architecture. Yeah. One is to sort of realize your own capabilities and limitations and compulsions and relationships. So you're more self-reliant in a way. But the other part of it is also to try to put yourself in the shoes of the other party. It's not easy to do. Europe. Look, I know Russia is a big issue right now. Your last observation was when you asked me, so is that true of Russia as well? To my honest answer to you is, I don't think, I don't think many Europeans had a good sense of how the Russians felt about the relationship or about the direction of events. So when people, say, oh, we didn't see that coming. You normally don't see that. I'm not justifying anything, sure. Okay? I'm just saying that in international relations, if you have to be a good practitioner, if you have to do well even for your own country or for your own group of countries, it's smart to try to understand the thinking processes, the interests, the anxieties, the behavioral traits of other parties. And I certainly didn't see that, I would say, in respect of Russia also. So, in fact, often, the narrative you hear from Russia is so starkly different about, let us say, the evolution of Europe after 1992. Europe has one version, or much of Europe has one version. Russia has a very different version. The point, the quotation which was recalled was more like, okay, look, worry about the rest of us as well. I mean, we folks in Asia and Africa and Latin America